leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Broncos and the Falcons on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a great one in store here. As it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
And off we go from Denver. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We look at this Bronco defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction, because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Getting out of the bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford.
Start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first. I think everyone wants to see him finish number 1, including himself.
And great vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP time.
Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down to Randy Hall. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. I think he got a yard to the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 28. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. On first down, Lawrence. Into a sea of defenders, unintercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. They're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. You know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. That's a sack. They get him back as a 30-yard line. He couldn't get away there. Third down, the pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game, very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. The short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back good plays, have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Going right back to Ferguson. Not following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd down and 3. Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. With the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, it's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Hall. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Hall again. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make it.
Trying to fit it into more, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. From the end zone, Stafford. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring out the 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense is expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So we're changing possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And down he goes at the 49, a 30-yard pickup. Here's 3rd and 3. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep with the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Lawrence will throw. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it.
This is your game to win, offense. You got to make it play.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he shortened the line to gain. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. Short one there to Flaherty.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Carlos Basham in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. No score after after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Pollard will take it up the gut, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. So they're now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded just inside the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them up there.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carlos Basham. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
The best in the NFL converting on third down, so it's no surprise there they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. And he'll find Hall. And all the way for the Broncos score. Brees Hall with his 28th touchdown. Joining level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Broncos post the first points in the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Brees Hall. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
It's a no-score defense.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not much to speak of. Pollard a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 51 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take
all that hitting and hollering. It was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
3rd down and 1. Here's Lawrence. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards. He's been able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43.
Now Lawrence. Oh, he went that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Lawrence going to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down. The number getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on a catch and run. 34 yards.
And the offense is saying to himself right now, holding him all the season because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Down like the Lord, baby.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. It's caught. Able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play went for the 40 yards. This one not quite as big, but still under 20.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
At the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Stafford. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
It's a gain of 10. And the Falcons, the first down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Marquise Bell in on that stop. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't put in.
This first half is not going according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On second down, here's Lawrence. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pick up the 25.
That's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Lawrence on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Over 34 now, here's first and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since throws that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Again, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. That will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before they expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Now increases, he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Broncos.
It's all about taking words and bringing them to life. I will guarantee you in the locker room. They talk about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that's our score, 17-0. What a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Second half begins with a run by Pollard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Pollard gets it off the option. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
On first down at Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the second down at 6. Now a give here to Pollard. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
There's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Down like a lawnmower, baby. They can't stop us. You can score on these.
Ball again on 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Lawrence finding more on the out route for the completion. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch, simple for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football.
Bring it over to the offense, boys.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down limit.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting, and even better.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they got to string together a nice drive to help themselves out.
59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
We need 6 on this drive. Down like lawnmowers, baby.
Lawrence. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
On the draw, it's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. That will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to their first turnover of the game, and they make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you get the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now it's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
19 yards. First down, Atlanta.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. A quick throw there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. They take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Right, offense. Keep pushing the ball down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. They'll get it up near midfield at 49 before being taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Keep those sticks moving. Let's make some.
Lawrence will throw.
Shake it off.
He's caught. He'll go down before getting this inside the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Going right back to Ferguson. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Elijah Moore with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot on the depth chart points before this game is over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd and 2, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. Following the play now, we're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Once again, he finds Slayton, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Pollard, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Pollard again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Elliott is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead down to 20. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now Lawrence. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grover Stewart coming in to drop it for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just about on his own goal line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing is Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Stop defense. No movement here, guys. Come on. Come on.
Stafford down to throw. That ball caught by Slayton. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was defended by the wrong plan.
A give to Pollard running left.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Takes this one back into the end zone. Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of a cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders into the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And the Forest blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. They're leading the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you got to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
At the 14-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
it's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shutdown there. Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
After the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Falcons.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
Short one there to Firewall.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays. Harder to move the ball.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game over. It's been blown. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And here we are, the Browns about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
108 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
They'll look to run with Hall.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And goal to go.
They'll try to run with Hall.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces fourth and goal.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe that's...
There he goes, right side. Marcus Jones. And he gets this all the way down to the 20. What a return. Almost broke it for 6.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Got his man in the crossing pattern. It's Slayton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their head.